Hi everyone, I'm Connie Roberts.
And I'm Jim Skakoza.
We got a lot going on. What's happening with this project?
This is a great backyard project. We got lots going on here, including a retaining wall, pool, a grill island, a patio, a walkway. It's going to be awesome.
Hey Jim.
Connie.
So I see you're at a new project here.
Yeah, we started talking about this job with the homeowners 2 or 3 years ago at this point now. And their original concept was they wanted to put a pool in the backyard, an in-ground pool. But they had a backyard that was basically sloped, as you can see here, and really close to the house, and they had some old decking and stuff that was all going to come down. So we worked on a design, and we went through a couple different designs there until we worked out something that they were very happy with. And last fall we decided we were going to move forward with the project, so here we are today, and we're starting to dig. So obviously one of the first things we need to do is really open up this space a little bit more, change the grade here so we have a nice level area for the pool, for a patio, for a raised deck that's going to go into the house, actually a raised patio. But the first thing we needed to do in this project was to build this retaining wall, because you've got all this slope coming this way and we couldn't just grade it off. So here we are building the retaining wall.
And you got to start from the back and move forward, right?
Well, it's a process, you know. I mean, to put this up properly so it stays up, there's a bit of a process to this, yeah, for sure. So that's what they're underway now. As you can see, we're making quite a mess. We ran into a couple days of rain, which didn't help, but it's a beautiful day. We're celebrating.
So I see part of the wall has started. This is step one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's next?
Okay, so you know, there's a lot of engineering that goes into these walls. Obviously, we've got a lot of grade behind us, a lot of pressure, all that, you know, energy and momentum of gravity just always wants to push this way against the wall. So it's really important that we build the wall properly so it doesn't fail over time. All right. Mm-hmm. So the one way we do that, first and foremost, is we set our grades in here. We knew exactly what our elevation needed to be in our final project. From there, we start to think about, okay, the wall lays out a certain way. We always want to bury at least one block below grade. So you can see already there's a block down here that's down on the base course. Okay. It's going to be buried below grade when we're all finished. And then we build up from there. But as we build, we need to put drainage behind here so you can see all this clean stone behind the wall. There's a pipe down there. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, we just had some rain, and this morning the water was running out the end of the pipe, so we know it's working.
That's a good thing.
Okay. And then what we did is we cut back here and we built up the first 3 courses, one being buried, then we have 2 courses on already. And now as we go up, we need to put in this geogrid. Okay, so what the geogrid does, you can see this is like a fabric, okay? Mm-hmm. And it adds strength to the wall. So it goes on top of the next course, on this course rather. We're gonna put a new block on top of this, then it gets pulled back, and then we backfill it with the soil. Okay. So in order to do that, because this has to go back level, we need to dig out this shelf, okay? Right. So that's what the guys have done here at this point. We got the first 3 courses up. This is gonna be our first course of geogrid. So we've dug out the shelf. Now the geogrid will go in, we'll build several more courses, we'll backfill that, and then we're gonna put another layer of geogrid in there. So that gives that strength and ties the wall back into the bank after it gets backfilled. So these projects, it's not a matter of just stacking some block. There's a lot of engineering, and if it's not done properly, over time it's going to fail. And we see a lot of that. So we just try to build it properly right from the get-go.
A few rainy spring days slows things down, but the sun is back and the crew is moving ahead on the retaining wall. It's the first important structure that needs to be installed before other work can be done.
Well, Jim, this wall's not going anywhere.
No, as you can see, it's progressing pretty good here now. So, you know, we talked a little bit earlier about the importance of drainage behind the wall and the geogrid, as you can see. So as we come up, you can see how we're adding more layers of geogrid where it ties back into the bank, adding clean stone for drainage and support, and ultimately we'll backfill everything and grade it off properly when the wall's done. So hopefully by later on today, the bulk of this will be completed. But you can see also here what we did in this case, there's a batter to the wall, meaning that each course of block steps back just a little bit, and it gives additional strength because we have a lot of pressure on this wall and we don't want it to fail down the road. So that's going to give it additional strength with that batter going up like that. So when we're all done with this wall, you're going to see how we've created so much more usable space here in this yard.
As you can see, this retaining wall is massive and needs to have the proper elements behind it to keep it solid. Coming up next, it's a new season and work begins on a grill island for this backyard. New technology is evolving for home heating and cooling. Manufacturers keep updating their products. RJ Groner Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing constantly trains its employees, investing in virtual reality tools and in-house schooling. When you call RJ Groner for help, we send a tech who has the knowledge to solve your problem. Their skills are the best in the area.
Customer service is our #1 priority. Whether it's an installation or emergency repair, call us at 570-421-7260.
First Northern Bank and Trust is your local loan specialist for personal and business loans. Local decision makers can expedite the approval process and customize financial solutions to help you reach your goals. At our independent community bank, you'll enjoy friendly service and the latest technologies. From 11 convenient locations, we serve customers in Carbon, Lehigh, Monroe, and Northampton counties. First Northern Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sonia's Sweet Inspirations will help you blow your guests away with elegant cakes, cute cupcakes, specialty desserts, and more. Reader's Choice Award winner for Best Wedding Cakes. Sonia's Sweets are just that, sweet. Stop by North 9th Street, Stroudsburg to try a new fresh dessert today. So come by to Sonia's Sweet Inspirations at North 9th Street, Stroudsburg. Check us out at soniassweetinspirations.com and follow us on Facebook.
Fast forward, Jim, on this project, and the wall is complete.
Yes, it is. It was quite a project. As you recall, this grade that you see behind us on the wall came all the way down into the yard. And this is a multifaceted project. So the original intent is the homeowner wants to get a pool to put into this space. So obviously you couldn't do that with the bank. So what we needed to do was excavate this whole area. We took all the soil out of here, pushed back the bank, and put up this retaining wall to hold the bank back. So now he's got some really nice flat ground to do a pool and a patio and entertaining out here in this space, which he didn't have before. So the wall really suited that purpose perfectly. And as you can see in the construction, we built things that they're gonna stay up. So there's a lot of work to it, a lot of excavation we did here. We had the drainage and the geogrid and everything else back there, but it's something you do at one time. Going to be there for a long, long time. We already built some patio space over here, so we can take a look at that.
All right.
All right, 2 steps up. So this is a raised patio that we built. Now, originally what was here was an old deck that was literally fallen down. And there was an old pergola structure that was over there in that part of the wall as well. So that all came down because this is part of the entire plan for the yard here that includes the pool and the patio, this raised deck, and ultimately what's going to happen here is there's going to be a roof over the deck here.
Nice.
The patio. So they've got not an enclosed space, but a covered space so they can get out of the weather if they need to and still entertain outside. There's going to be a grill island over here in this area, a large patio space out here in the yard, and a few other things that we're going to throw in there as well, some lighting and some of the fun stuff that we like to do. But, you know, again, it's one of those things where we're doing this in phases. You know, it doesn't all have to be done all at one time as long as we plan for it. We have a good master plan for the project, and we take it one step at a time. The first thing we needed to do was take care of that wall, get the grade right in here. Then we built the patio. Next, we're probably going to get the pool installed, and then we'll work on finishing the landscape at that point.
It looks marvelous.
Yeah, it all comes together.
You know, you look at that wall, oh, it looks beautiful, but sometimes people don't know the intensity of how much work it takes to get it to look like that.
There's a lot of work to build a wall that's going to stay there. That's the key.
Now let's fast forward to the next year. The crew is back, working on another feature for the landscape.
Well, Jim, we're back on this site, and I see you're putting a grill island in.
Well, this is the next phase of the project. You know, we did a large wall here late last year and a raised patio. And so now what we're doing is we're building a grill island in that patio space or in that area. And after we're done with that, then he's got the pool coming in. So it's a multi-step project, and we're well underway over here. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we are, Connie. This is the raised patio we put in last season, okay? And then what's gonna happen here is we're gonna have a couple steps off into a paved space, and this is gonna be a large grill island here for them to entertain with. So what we're doing right now, we put all our base material in already, and now we're just forming out because we're gonna pour a pad, concrete pad, for the grill island to be built upon, okay? Now you'll also notice we have a gas line coming in here, which is gonna connect to the propane tank out there. We also have electric coming in here. So a couple of things that we've got to work into the project. There's going to be some lighting in here, which is going to be great.
Nice.
But it's just going to be a wonderful space to be able to come out of the house onto the patio, into the grill space, and eventually when the pool's in, to entertain in that space. So
Wow.
it's all coming together.
Another crew maps out the lighting for the retaining wall, while work continues on the grill island.
Jim, things are happening. I see they got the concrete in.
Yeah, well, now we're starting to make a little progress. So we put our concrete base in. Okay, that makes sure we have a good sturdy platform to build the grill island on. And it makes things a little bit easier in terms of leveling as well. So they've got that down. We've got all our elements coming in. We have our gas line coming in. We're gonna have our electric line coming in. So that's all taken care of. And now comes the fun part, basically building this entire grill island. Now, each and every one of these is a unique element. Depending on the space we're working with, the number of fixtures that are going into the grill island will determine just how this thing will be built and how much entertaining you want to do on that. But everything is custom, so as we build this, we have to custom fit all the pieces and make sure we have the proper cutouts for the elements to drop in. And then when we're done with that part of it, then the granite people will come in, make a template, install the granite, then we come back and install all the fixtures.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really cool space, and it's, as you can see, it's kind of close to the door there to get inside the kitchen area as well, and the entertaining space on top of the patio. It's all coming together.
Love it.
Work is now concentrated on the grill island. The outdoor kitchen appliances have arrived, and they will go in next, along with the electric wiring that must be custom fit for this made-to-order outdoor workspace.
Jim, it's hard to believe these are really pavers.
They're pretty amazing, aren't they?
They're cool.
So it's a great look. It's made to look like wood planks, but it's actually a concrete paver. And also the nice thing about it, it's pre-finished. It has like a special coating on the surface, so you don't even have to seal them. They're all set to go. So it's really nice, but it just really accentuates this space and sets it apart from the rest of the work that's going to be done here. And as you can see, we're making some real progress on our grill here. This custom grill island that we're building, we've got all our cutouts in here. We've got a refrigerator. We have a ice chest there.
Nice.
The grill is going over here. This is a side burner, and you got some storage down below. And of course, we've also made accommodations for the propane line to come into the grill, and also electrical work. So we have electrical fittings for the refrigerator, the outdoor radiant refrigerator, and a lighting transformer, which is going to be on the other side. And of course, we have some under-counter lighting in here, which is going to be great.
I love it. I can't wait to see it done.
Going to be cooking soon.
Another contractor is brought in to install an in-ground pool. It'll be another season before Jim's crew is back to finish this project. Coming up next, we fast forward to the final stages of the work on this backyard transformation. RJ Groner Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing staff has morning meetings where assignments are discussed. Then the crews head out to homes in the Poconos and Lehigh Valley, ready to maintain, repair, or replace your home equipment. RJ Groner brings the knowledge, giving you peace of mind. We've been servicing the area for nearly 100 years. We'll keep your home comfortable and safe year-round.
Whether it's an installation or emergency repair, call us at 570-421-7260.
Community, it's where we work, it's where we play, it's where you'll find First Northern Bank and Trust, offering community banking services. First Northern Bank and Trust is a family-owned and operated bank. Our local decision makers offer fast approvals and customized financial solutions. Plus, we keep your money right here in the community, stimulating local economic growth and providing jobs for our friends and neighbors. First Northern Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sonia's Sweet Inspirations will help you blow your guests away with elegant cakes, cute cupcakes, specialty desserts, and more. Reader's Choice Award winner for Best Wedding Cakes. Sonia's Sweets are just that, sweet. Stop by North 9th Street, Stroudsburg to try a new fresh dessert today. So come by to Sonia's Sweet Inspirations at North 9th Street, Stroudsburg. Check us out at soniassweetinspirations.com and follow us on Facebook.
Well, Jim, since the last time I was here, there's been a lot of changes going on.
Yeah, a lot going on in this project. So remember, this was a multi-year project. It was scheduled to be that way right from the very beginning. And originally we came into the site and dug out the bank that was here, because this bank we're standing on went virtually right almost to the house. So we had to dig that out because they wanted more space in their yard. We dug that out, put up that retaining wall. That was the first phase of the project. We left here, and then we came back the following year and put on the porch that you see out there, okay, so a raised patio porch, and we did the grill island there, which we put together, which was really great. We left, and a contractor came in after that and put on the roof over the porch, and also sided the house, so it looks a little different in that respect. Then they had a pool contractor come in and put the pool in. So we're kind of carrying on now. We're back. This is, I think, the third season. And it's just been a slow process, but that's the way the homeowner wanted to do it, which was no problem, as long as it was coordinated. We came back earlier, we did the plantings around the pool, behind the wall, as you see. Another fence contractor came in and did the fencing. And now what we're doing is we're finishing up the project. We're finishing up the backyard. We're doing some more paving. We're connecting the porch to the pool. We did a little patio behind the pool as well. We're regrading everything. We're going to put some new lawn in, and basically wrap this project up. It's going to be great when it's done.
I think sometimes people don't realize the project can take more than 1 or 2 seasons.
Absolutely. You know, and this was the comfort level that the homeowner had. He wanted to do this in stages. It fit his budget, and it was great for us too, because we can come back and do it in phases. Now, this entire project was designed right from the beginning to look like this when we were done, but we just did it over a series of a couple of seasons, that's all.
Good things come to those who wait.
That's true.
The base is installed for the paver walkways connecting the pool to the porch and to the driveway. A piece of asphalt stands in the way, so it's carefully removed. The pavers go in next. Each is carefully placed around the patio while work continues around the pool.
Jim, why don't we talk about the pitches of the grading and stuff, because there's some work that had to be done with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, as you can see, we're on a slope here. The whole backyard was a big slope. We cut a bunch of that out when we did the retaining wall, and the idea was to give us more level space down here in the yard. But there's still some grade here, and we had to make sure we take care of the water. So when we did our paving around the porch and the pave to the pool, we had to make sure that the water was going to get out of this space. When the pool contractor came in, they put a little bit of a drain around that end of the pool, because if you look behind you way up there, you can see that grade flows in this direction.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So initially a lot of the water was coming into the pool, so they put a little drain there. What we've done since is up top there, we've created a little bit of a berm, and we put a drain box up there.
Nice.
So any water that comes down off that slope is going in the box and out. So all the water is getting pumped out, or piped out, I should say, all the way to the other end. And of course we connected the downspouts as well. Instead of having to be spilled onto the pavers, we've got everything going underground. So we finished all the grading just earlier today on this side. That's all going to be seeded and turned into lawn. And next we're going to finish up this side here. There's going to be an additional drain pipe here that runs out in this direction, which will get all the water off the property. And we'll grade this out, reseed this, button everything up, and we're going to be done.
The last bit of work is being completed on the pavers. It's time-consuming making sure the remaining pieces fit correctly.
Jim, why is this open like this?
Well, good question. So here's the deal. That great drain that you see there that the pool contractor put in came all the way across over to here, and then it was piped out from there. We need to take that out because we want the pavers to run right into the pool deck, the concrete of the pool deck, without having to cross over that drain. So we're shortening up the drain. We're going to connect the pipe, go underground, and then take a new pipe out, so we'll take care of that. But these pavers will go right up against the concrete deck.
Oh, so how do you make all this work with these pavers?
Well, You know, the grade is, again, is very important. You can see that the soil right here is higher than the pavers.
Right.
It was the same case on this side here. We cut everything back, put topsoil down. Now we're ready to be seeded. So we have to grade this back off, but what's important is that we make sure that any water that comes onto the deck here is able to get off and flow.
Right.
So when we set up our grades for the base material, we have strings and we use the transit, make sure we have everything flowing in the right direction. And when it comes time to do the sand, which is the base underneath the pavers, 1-inch base, then we lay out what we call screed pipes. And we set those screed pipes to the proper depth or elevation, and then we can take a screed bar and just screed that off, pull the pipes out, and just lay the pavers down. So it makes everything a lot easier, and we know we're at the proper grade. Because you can see here, that pool deck is actually higher than what the pavers are there.
Right.
So there's a little bit of pitch here, and then it's gonna roll off of there and go out that way, but we have to cut this out yet.
I was going to say,
Make
so
sense?
it's still too high, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I get it. Jim, what's the final steps to wrap this up?
Well, not much more left to do. On the other side, we're just gonna finish our final grade. We're gonna seed that side, that'll be all done. All the drainage is in over there. Then we're gonna move over to this side, cut that high spot down, put some topsoil in here. We gotta run a new drain pipe down this side to get rid of the water from that great drain that's up by the pool. And then we'll grade this all out, seed it, and clean up here, and then that'll be the end of the project.
We're down to the last day of work. The crew finishes some border block. A few weeks later, the grass starts to come in on the landscape.
Well, Jim, the project's all done.
It is, and when we come back, we're gonna show you the finished project.
First Northern Bank & Trust is your local loan specialist for personal and business loans. Local decision makers can expedite the approval process and customize financial solutions to help you reach your goals. At our independent community bank, you'll enjoy friendly service and the latest technologies. From 11 convenient locations, we serve customers in Carbon, Lehigh, Monroe, and Northampton counties. First Northern Bank & Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. New technology is evolving for home heating and cooling. Manufacturers keep updating their products. RJ Groner Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing constantly trains its employees, investing in virtual reality tools and in-house schooling. When you call RJ Groner for help, we send a tech who has the knowledge to solve your problem. Their skills are the best in the area.
Customer service is our #1 priority. Whether it's an installation or emergency repair, call us at 570-421-7260.
Looking to tell your story? George Roberts Productions creates TV shows, podcasts, and video blogs, video series, and customer information pieces. We also record your important events for social media releases and archiving. From writing to final production, we make you look good. Contact George Roberts Productions today, 570-664-7399, or go online. Your business is important to us.
Wow, Jim, this project has really come a long way.
Yeah, a little bit of a difference, isn't it? You know, when we started this project, there was absolutely nothing here. This wasn't here, the shed wasn't here, the fencing, the landscaping, and that hill that you see behind us back there all came all the way down into the yard here. So the first project, we came in here and we cut out that entire bank because we really wanted to give some more yard space to the homeowner. And we put up that retaining wall. So this was a multi-year project. First we did the retaining wall, and then we came in and did some of the additional work. Now, if we walk over here, this section here that you see with the roof and the patio, that was the second project we did. We came in, we put this new patio on, a raised patio. There used to be an old deck here that we ripped out initially. We put the patio on, and we had another contractor come in and build this roof structure over the head. So we've got a beautiful space to sit out and enjoy the weather out here in this new landscape. And then we went and put in a new grill island for them. So let's take a look at that.
Okay. Jim, a grill island is always fun to have.
Yeah, no doubt. It's become a real popular item for us. We're building these quite often in some of our projects. And it's wonderful because then you have the whole family sitting around. You have a nice patio space. You've got an outdoor kitchen. People congregate there. They talk, they communicate, enjoy each other's company while you're cooking. It's kind of a fun thing. So we see more and more of this all the time. In this case, this was, I think, the third phase of the project. We came in here and we built this grill island and this patio space around it. You can see we used a little bit different paver down here, but we custom made this grill island. and it's got a granite top. It's got 4 burner stoves, some storage, outdoor refrigerator. This also has a space for some additional ice and beverages and stuff like that. But you can see the countertop is wide enough so they can put a few chairs here. People can sit around here
nice.
while the chef is cooking, hopefully a wonderful meal. And it's just a great little space. You know, we turned this whole backyard basically into an entertaining space. So we'll walk over here and I'll show you what else we did.
Okay. This is a beautiful pool. I love the pathways going around.
Well, now everything is all connected. Again, we did several years in the course of this entire project. So after we were done with the grill island, they had a pool contractor come in and they did the pool. This was all intended right from the beginning. And they put the pool in and put some drainage around the pool. And then we also came back now recently and we finished the rest of the project, which included walkways that go around the whole area. We have an additional patio on the back side of the pool, and we regraded the yard, took care of some drainage issues, seeded the lawn, and now it's just ready to be enjoyed. You know, kind of we talk a lot about drainage in all these projects, and this was one that was a great case because, again, if you look behind, that entire hill used to come all the way down here. So we put up the retaining wall, have plenty of drainage behind that to stop any water coming down. But he still had some water that was coming into the property from over on this side here after we put the shed up. And so what we did is we captured that water coming down that slope with a drain box, which we installed up there, but a little bit of a berm so the water can't come down into this space. And then there's also drainage around the edge of the pool, so anything else that comes down in this area is going to go into that drain and out before it actually enters into the pool space.
Nice.
So a lot of thought went into this. Even the downspouts coming off the porch here, they're all underground and out the other side. And we took care of any of the water issues so we don't have any problems.
Jim, you know, from this angle, you can really see how nice the project looks.
Yeah, it's a great shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's a great example about how we can do projects in stages. It makes it a little bit more palatable for folks in terms of spending the amount of dollars that you have to spend on a project of this size. Plus, it gives the homeowner a little bit of time to absorb exactly how they're going to feel in that space.
Well, you know, these projects always look great, and the pavers always look good, brand new.
Sure.
But how do people keep them looking that great?
Well, that's a great question because, you know, here we've got this acid rain that falls here and it really loves to eat the concrete and deteriorate the surface of those pavers over time. So the ideal thing is to have them sealed. You know, our other company, the Paver Savers, that's what we do. We clean, restore, reseal them, and protect them from future wear and tear. Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time right here. This is the light.
Porch over the...
Ring-a-dingy-dingy. Well, Jim, this sorry. Take you through and show you all the finished oh, God. Why don't I let him say it?
Oh, okay, now you're gonna put it on me.
Yeah. I'll say project's all done.
Yeah.
That way you can say finished.
Yeah.
We're not using that word twice.
Got it.
Can you hear me?
Sunglasses are on. It's never over till it's over.